But what we're going to do, Renee, because there's no reception in here, we need to go out there. Do you want to come? Yeah, is that all right? Yes, yeah. So guys, this is Renee. You met her yesterday. She was on. Do you remember? I'm going to take Renee outside so we've got some reception. You can only see my face. That's all you need. Stay with you? Yep, stay with me. Right, here we go. Here we go. We've got reception. I can see some hearts. Okay, jump in beside me.
Okay, yep,
here
no
we
worries.
go.
Yep.
Okay, guys, fire away. Ask whatever questions you want. Yeah, lost connection, but we've got it back now.
Okay.
So we've got my mic. Okay, so Renee.
Yes.
We are at the Think, Eat, Save Foodie Festival.
Absolutely.
Happens once a year.
Yes.
How did that start and what's it for?
Okay, now it's been going in Sydney for about 10 years. Brisbane's had it, I think, for 3 years, and this is the first one on the Gold Coast.
Oh, it is the first one.
Well, we're going to be going 18 months on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
So this is the first one that we've actually held here.
Wow.
And it's all about thinking about how you can reduce food waste.
Yeah, we were just seeing on the board.
Yes.
No longer can hear me. Dang. Okay. Well, let's see if we can go outside and get better reception. Let's go, Renee.
No worries.
See, this is the beauty of live Periscope TV, that sometimes you're not going to have a reception in cement concrete buildings.
Exactly.
But I'll keep recording because I can pre-record this for later on.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, so this is the first time it's been held here on the Gold Coast.
Yes, it is.
Been 18 months old.
Yes, 18 months on the Gold Coast we've been going.
And then
Yes.
what's the main purpose that you guys want to do by having it publicly?
Well, it's to bring awareness to everybody out there of how much we actually are wasting in society. The amount of food that is just left over is, once you get into this type of work, is phenomenal.
see.
Yeah, absolutely. Today was more about just bringing awareness to the public about how everything is wasted out there. So trying to rescue it, what you can do with food that you've already got.
Yes.
So you're not chucking it out, because we waste, I think it's a one in every 5 bags that households are chucking
That's a
out.
lot.
And over the year, that's a couple of $1,000s. So
Yeah, guys, I checked on the website.
Yes.
It's $1,000, $1,036 a year,
Yes.
every Australian waste in
Absolutely.
food waste.
That's
a
right.
lot of food.
It is. It is.
a lot of food.
And then when there's a lot of people struggling out there too, so that adds up. Yeah, definitely.
And so I went with you guys yesterday and we rescued a whole heap of food from
Yes,
Farmers
we
Market.
did.
It was really good. It was lovely to see how much food was actually rescued.
Yes.
We took it back and then fed some people that loved the food.
Yes,
There
they
was
do.
so much that they even gave me some.
Oh, did they? Oh,
Yes,
good.
that was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
sweet. There was
Awesome.
so much left over.
Yep.
But where did all the food come from that you've got here today?
Okay, now there was about 1,000 kilos of carrots rescued a couple of weeks ago from a particular factory. Now, the carrots were cut the wrong way and they couldn't use them. And I mean, it's crazy. They said, okay, we can't use this in the produce they were going to cook with or whatever it was. So we rescued it, and that's actually gone into the soup today.
Yep.
The vegetable korma and the carrot cake, which is Goldstein's, a local
Goldstein's
pie
are a local
place.
pie.
Yeah,
They make
yeah.
an amazing pie.
They do, and at the response today, everybody's loved that cake. They said it's just awesome.
Yeah.
And then also the other produce that's gone into it was the stuff we rescued yesterday. So the farmers markets, all of that produce, we took it back and we cut up, I think it was about 100 kilos of vegetables we to make the vegetable korma today. But we took it back to the convention centre and they cooked it up this morning.
That's amazing. So
Yes,
guys, you saw
yes.
that. All that food that was in that van
Yeah.
yesterday is all food that's now,
Absolutely.
like a lot of it obviously was given to the charity, but then some of it was kept and it was contributed towards today.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yes, because you've seen the YMCA, how much that they get, but we also give to Still Waters, which is a women's refuge, which we gave to yesterday as well.
Yep.
And another little church who helps families. So that's every Sunday we will do that with the produce we get from the farmers markets.
So
That's
guys,
just
it's an
farmers
amazing,
market alone, yeah.
amazing, and that was just one Sunday.
Yes,
So
that's every Sunday we do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We don't miss one.
Do you think one Sunday, all the food that was rescued in one Sunday was enough to feed a couple of charities and hold a foodie festival?
Yes.
That's a lot of food.
Yes,
And how
it
many
is.
kilos a week would you guys rescue on the Gold Coast?
Okay, we're doing nearly 2 to 4 tonne, which is nearly 4,000 kilos a week we are rescuing.
Okay, guys, just in case you missed that,
Yes.
4,000 kilos.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
4,000 kilos of food is rescued on the Gold Coast. Now, our population on the Gold Coast isn't massive. What are we, 500,000?
Yeah, something like that, yes.
We're a
Yes.
fairly small city. So you can imagine if your city has a population greater than 500,000,
Yep.
how many tons of food is actually being wasted in your city? Amazing amounts.
We're only touching the surface really with that as well. So,
Yeah.
there's so many restaurants and different things that we can't get to, but you know, we're trying to get the fresh produce, which is your fruit and veg.
Yeah.
Bread's always a commodity that you can get anywhere because it's got a very short shelf life. But with the fruit and veg, at least we're able to give it to families that, you know, they might not be able to feed their kids fresh fruit and veg. They've got to use the packet
that
stuff.
stuff's expensive.
It is.
It's
so
really
they're
expensive.
able to then go to the places that we're dropping and get them nice fresh produce. And it's always... Well, you've seen the produce yesterday. It's perfect.
For the
Yes,
house.
absolutely.
It's absolutely beautiful. Like, it was
Yes.
so fresh. There was bags of like gourmet
Yes.
spinach, rocket, and these bags retail
yes.
from $2.50 to $5 a
Yes.
bag, and they were
Yes.
food waste.
If you worked out the money worth that we pick up, it has to be into thousands each time.
It was incredible.
Because, you know, at Christmas time, I was getting trays and trays of mangoes from the Aldi stores. And they were perfect.
That's amazing.
And I'm just like, oh, wow, you're chucking this out? No. And, you know, that adds up to be lots of money.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what happened yesterday, guys? So after all the residents came and collected all the food that they wanted for the week, there was still so much food left over. Like, I couldn't believe how much food was still left over
Yes.
after they had everything
Yes.
that they wanted.
Yes.
They said to me, fill up a bag, and I was quite hesitant. I'm like, well, I don't want to take off other people.
No.
And they're like, well, Sonia, if you don't take it, we feed this to the next farm animals. Like, it gets
Yes.
contributed and given to farmers so that it helps their food costs,
Yes.
because it costs a lot of money for them to feed their
It
animals.
does. It does.
So,
And also, they will give it out over the next few days as well. What they can keep in their fridge,
Yes.
then other people, they'll come down. And like, some people have a bit of pride. They don't want to come
Yeah,
down.
they were saying
They
that
might
yesterday.
come down quietly later on, which is
Yeah.
fair enough. Everybody's different. So,
Yeah.
you know, and there's 100 people living in there anyway. So, you know.
100 people didn't come yesterday, so
No.
that does mean that
There's
people
more,
will come later.
They'll come down over the days, sort of thing. Yeah, they do.
So that's a good thing, guys.
Yes.
That just made me think. If you have an extra couple of $100 and there's charities around the place,
Yes.
why don't you buy them a fridge?
Yes.
That would be helpful.
Absolutely.
Then they can
hold
store more fridge,
That's
more
right.
food.
It's the freezer space and the fridge space they
Yeah.
need because, obviously they can't hold it all.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And like, you know,
Yeah.
some of us are very well off, and $300-400 wouldn't go astray in
No.
your pocket
No.
to provide a fridge.
That's right.
And like, that's something simple. You could just drop it off, and then
Yep.
they can actually keep more rescued food for others.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
right. That is exactly
Yeah.
true. Yes. Yes.
And so, how can people at home prevent food waste or reduce it?
Okay, so you check your cupboards, basically see what you got in your pantry and your fridge.
Yep.
Use what you do have. Try and have like a meal planner. So when you actually go out to do your shopping, you know what you got to get. You're not going to
Yes.
buy, and don't go when you're hungry as well, because
Yeah, no, don't go when you're hungry.
excess.
Owes your buy.
That's it. Yeah. So you know your meals, and that way you're cooking what you are buying.
Yeah.
So, and also if you can, you know, use your scraps for compost and things like that. It's good to go
good
back
idea,
into
compost.
into your garden. Yes, it's just basically being smart about things
Yeah.
in that way, yes.
So, guys, that's for you guys. So,
Yes.
before you go shopping, tip 1, make a list of what you need
Yes.
rather than just aimlessly buying. Plan your meals for the week.
Yes.
And from planning your meals, then you can actually think about what you
Yes,
really need.
exactly.
You might actually already have these ingredients. Check your fridge.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you get a few recipes that you know that you can make with leftovers, and you know, there it is. You've got yourself a meal and you save money at the same time.
Saved money.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
it.
really big. And that's what
Yeah.
we're basically doing here today,
Yes.
is just shining some light, letting the public know that
Exactly.
organisations like Oz Harvest exist.
Yep.
Yeah, Oz Harvest, Scope for Good, exactly. And
Exactly.
these guys are in Australia, so if you don't have this kind of place in your country, what can they do?
Maybe they could look into it and start
Yeah.
something themselves. It came from the vision of one woman
Yeah.
who was in the hospitality industry, and she's seen how much waste there was, and she started with one van and one driver in Sydney. Now look at
Wow.
her, she's like 15 vans, she's got them everywhere, and we've got them in all the major capital cities now. And I'm not sure, but I think there might be something in New York similar to this, because I think she'd taken
go,
a trip
guys.
and something she's seen put that vision in her mind as well. So yeah, it just takes that one small step to make a difference, and there it is. You can
It does.
do something about it.
does.
Yep.
So, guys, I hope you've enjoyed today. I hope you've learned a little bit more about Oz Harvest and what they do here in Australia. If you want to donate, it's ozharvest.org.
Yes.
ozharvest.org. www.ozharvest.org.
Yep.
And guys, a $1 donation provides 2 meals.
It does. Yes.
$1. That's 50 cents. Every
Yes.
single one of us can afford $1. So you
That's
can
right.
jump on and just donate $1. That's it. All
If
right.
everybody did that, there it is.
We'll
We're
be
all
done.
providing meals.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
Awesome. Thanks
Yes.
so much for showing us around
No
today.
worries. Thank you.
And guys, I hope you've learnt a lot. If there's anything else, we're at 4217. That's where we are
Yes, there
today.
it is on my shirt. Yes.
Yeah, 4217.
Yeah,
If you've got any
4217.
questions, you've got 30 seconds to fire them in. Otherwise, we're going to jump off. I'm going to go and check out all the beautiful food that they've got here.
And try some.
And try
Yeah,
some. I am going to
awesome.
try some. And I can try it, guys. You know how I'm doing a cleanse? Like, you guys all know I'm doing a 30-day nutritional cleanse.
Oh, wow.
Well, guess what?
Okay.
It's all wholesome food.
Yes, it is.
It's all fresh,
and
wholesome
you know
food.
It's all organic. Came from the farmers market.
Came from I saw where it came from, so I know I can eat it.
Exactly.
Without breaking my 30-day nutritional cleanse. It was lovely meeting you.
Yeah,
Thanks
you too.
so much.
Thank you.
And thanks for showing me around yesterday.
That's fine.
amazing.
Anytime.
All right, thank
no
you.
worries.
And that's a wrap, guys, from 4217. You're here live with Sonia Carroll at the Oz Harvest Think, Eat, Save Food Festival 2015. See you later.